Hi, everyone. Welcome in. I hope you all are doing great. I am doing okay. So we are here. I'm going to wait a little while. I know I'm late or not scheduled at this time. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. I'm going to just chill out and hang around for a couple of minutes. Then we'll go ahead and get started. I need a new light source because this light is literally goosenecking on me. So I'm trying to fix it. It was working the last time I crafted, but as you can see, it's not working so great now. I'm just going to get my cell phone and see what is going on. And by that, I mean I'm going to pull up my stream on the phone and see if I can hear myself. Hello? Yep, I can hear myself. All right. So I hope y'all are doing great. I am doing horrible, but we here. And we're gonna have a good time. I have a few things in mind. It's February, it's Mardi Gras. Um, yeah, Mardi Gras happens February. My lighting is garbage right now. So I guess I'll have to go to the store and look this up. So I want to share with you all where my mind is and what I want to do. So right here we have this the world of color, biblical inspiration, soothing reflections, and creative expressions of faith. Now, you don't have to be um religious to color. You don't have to not be religious to color. You could be religious and color. I got this and I thought these images were really pretty. And if you wanted to, you could change them. I'm going to do a quick little flip through. I got it because I thought they were really cool images. Can y'all see it this way? This is the way we're going to do it. Hi, Samara. This book was made in 2016, has copyright date. It says 2016. It says Christian Art Publishers. Even though it has copyright date 2021, in the front it says 2016 for a few pieces. I hope you brought some lunch, ma'am. See, it says first edition 2016, so this is probably updated. And some of the scriptures and the pictures are borrowed. The scriptures are from the Bible, and maybe some inspiration is from wherever. But I was going through and flipping through, and I love images like this, like these kind of heavily drawn, saturated images. I've been in a coloring mood lately that just reflects on my current life state. She's cute. We could have did her. I was just thumbing through, and I was like, "What will we be doing today?" I had to do some adulting this morning, hence why we're having a late start. I couldn't have performed anything today. I had an appointment at 9 o'clock, and it. I got there early. I was hoping my earliness would sustain me. It did not. It did not. This is cute. So if you have any craft-ish images that you want to, color up, I thought this was really pretty. To You could do whatever you like. You could cut off the biblical pieces if you wanted to. I'm not sure why. Um, because I have an idea. Like I probably would use just this because this is so pretty. And the pages are perforated. So you know me, Miss Cheapy Cheap. I tend to want to color the same picture 30,000 times. But my next month's project, I think, is steampunk. And so I am putting myself in the mindset of steampunk. And also I have a few things that I want to be working on. So I'm going to start those up real soon. Hey Chris, how you doing? Hopefully well. All right. So I made a copy of them on my printer. I did one in color, which was silly of me. And this is how it looks. And then this is the other one that I did in black and white. So what I just want to do is I just want to take a time. I do have this verse in the description if you want to click on it and see. We're going to be doing this project first, and then we're going to be die cutting. I know. I always say I don't like it, but I mean, for Mardi Gras, we're going to do it for the Mardi Gras stuff. I'll show you what I want to do. And then I want to stamp out a few images. So I want to take this mask that I got from AliExpress a while back and stamp it out a few times. I mean, cut it out a few times. Hi, Sherry. How you doing today? Hopefully well. Yeah, so I thought this would be really fun to do. If you all are not familiar, I love coloring. I haven't been doing it a lot here. Been trying to expand my horizons without losing where I came from. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna try my best to give my all, and then some. All right. I don't know how this gonna work out for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be tired, angry, happy, sad. Who knows? Um, I do want to tell y'all a secret. It's not a big secret, but it's a Psycho Susie secret. I went on the hunt for some alcohol markers last week after last week. After we hung out. I didn't get any, but I was so tempted. And then I went online to AliExpress and not AliExpress, Amazon. I didn't buy any. But look, so these are 36 markers. I had these first. This is 36 for 14.99, and then this is 48 for 14.99. So sometimes you just gotta wait around for the better deal. These are more brush tip than these are. These are more bullet nibs. So, but I like both of them. They don't have the same colors in them. This one has to have more purples, and this one has more blues and purples in it. So but I was like, this is a good deal. I always try to mathematic stuff up and see. I have a lot going on in the background, so hopefully it's not too much. But we're going to go ahead and color this image up. I don't want to use pencil today just because I don't. But I think what I want to do, unfortunately, we probably will cut this off and just keep this because I'm making something. I'm working on it. And maybe we could put this in a different spot, but it says for everything there is a time. And if you click on the description box, you can see the entire Ecclesiastes 3 and 1 verse. So what we're going to do first is I want to make these glitter. I would say glittery. Glittery is not a word, ma'am. It is not a word. It is not a word. Also, I want to show you something. Now, I'm not a big fan of exposing people's work, but I got this for Valentine's Day and I had not opened it yet. And her mama was like, "Did you open it? Did you open it?" First of all, the card got misplaced. Then it got unmisplaced. And then I just kind of lost track of time. But says to Miss Brandy, that's me. Love you XOXO. Now I'm not sure she knows what all that means, but look, she put this on here and she likes stickers, right? So whenever I'm digging through my little stickers stack, I try to give her mama some stickers to peel off the wall. I don't know about y'all, but that seems to be what kids like to do with stickers, plaster them on the wall for whatever reason. The floor, the good paint where you have to peel off the paint. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this off. Now her name is in here and I don't want to dox anybody, but I wanted to do this last week and did not get a chance to do it because I couldn't find the card. So here we go. It says, "You're number one in my heart." And look, I don't know who this guy is, but it's a little turtle. And it says, "You better believe it," for Miss Brandy from. This is cute. And then I get some Pokemon trading cards. So I'm going to catch them all. This is Yamper and Stuffle. Oh, this is cute. out. Very cute. Very, very cute. So I will probably put this on my desk for a little bit and then move it into my box. But that is very pretty. So thank you. Make sure you tell I said thank you, Chris. Yeah, Sherry, all over. And they put them on spots that you really have a hard time scrubbing them off, which I mean, I don't know. That's why my son never got Play-Doh until he was older. And of course, the Play-Doh was smooth all the way down. Thanks. Next time I say I have to give a big hug. Smooth all the way down onto the ground. I had to take like a plastic knife and scrape it up, or like to pick some of my craft tools and pick the stuff up. So I don't give him stickers. He gets them from other people and things like that, and I don't give him Play-Doh. And I don't let him chew gum, but he steals the gum. So anyway, I want to color this. I'm thinking gray and gold. So I probably will cut this one off too and just keep this piece, because I'm thinking the thing that I'm going to make is going to probably be a 5x7 setup, I think. So let's go ahead and get started. I want to do a few other projects today, but I'm not sure how much, because it's 11 something. I had a sandwich. I may have to um, leave though, and that's a hard one. I have a lot of markers, right? Let's see, we play Play-Doh outside. Only see, that's a good thing. Gum is banned for anyone under 18 in my house. Yes, because he will steal the gum. And he does. I'm like, it's for chewing, not swallowing, sir. He's like, okay, can I have some more? No, you cannot have any more. I never said you can have this in the first place. And I have been craving gum. And I wasn't feeling well last Friday. Fell asleep. He got the bag and chewed it all up. And I'm not a firm believer in discipline him for food. And even though gum isn't a real food, it's still something that you can consume. So I try not to spank him for that. But we're at that relationship where he needs to know that you can't keep doing that. All right, so we're going to color these up first, the outsides, and just see how that's going to look. I hope everyone's doing great. My grandson doesn't like gum, but my granddaughter went through the chew and swallow. That's what he is. Chew it all up and swallow it. I'm like, chewing gum is for chewing, not consuming. And so, last week was Valentine's Day and they exchanged little cards and candy and all this other stuff. And I had bought these little lollipops that change colors. And I was like, what'd you do with yours? He said, oh, I gave it to somebody else. I didn't want mine. But he likes lollipops. That's the only reason why I got them. Kids make you question life sometimes. I used to, until someone told me that it took 7 years to poop it out. I was forever scared. You know what? Yeah. I told my son that the other day. He was like, Mommy, why can't I have gum? I say, because if it's in your body, it's going to get in your poop. But, realistically speaking, I don't even know why I'm coloring this thing, because it's there. And I can fussy cut it out. Samara's and Heather's favorite thing to tell me that I like to do, and glue it. So we'll probably color the whole image, but I'm probably gonna focus on that image most. And realistically, your stomach destroys gum, right? All the acid. I remember I used to work at Blockbuster Video. Some of y'all may remember that, and some of y'all probably like, "What? What is that?" It used to be a video store. You used to actually have to go into the store and get these things called VHS. and put them in this thing called a VCR. Not click on a button and stream. Streaming services wasn't around in the 90s. So anyway, um, this lady had gave me her Blockbuster membership card, and her little guy wanted to get some candy or something. And candy at Blockbuster was expensive. It was like he was for real going to the movie theater. And she was like, "Oh no, honey, I can't get that. The card, they only gave me enough money." Parents lie so much. I only got enough money to get the movie, whatever the movie was that she had got. And he was I was like, "That's a good one. I'm gonna have to start I'm gonna have to use that when I have kids." And I was a teenager at the time, like 17, 16, 17. Um, and I was like, "Oh, she good." But can you imagine all the lies that we paint as childhood memories that we tell our kids or that you were told? I won't list all of them. I'll just mention dates, the 25th of December, whatever day Easter falls on, every time a tooth falls out of their head. Let me tell you what I did to my kiddo. The tooth fairy rolled in because he lost a tooth. Tooth fairy wrote him a letter and was like, "You don't brush your teeth enough. I can't accept this tooth." And she offered him a second chance to redeem it, but he was like, "Huh?" It is a life built on it. Listen. And a lot of people say if you believe the magic is still there. I mean, we've all seen Elf. We know what Buddy is, right? I just I don't confirm or deny these things. Here I am telling you that the Tooth Fairy wrote him a letter, so you know. Only because, like, I think if he was homeschooled, it would be a lot different. But since he goes to school with so many people who have so many different beliefs, I tend not to deny. Yeah, I sure did. He sure did get that letter from her. But they had these little tabs that you can buy, and you put them in your mouth, and if you haven't brushed your teeth really good, your teeth will turn red. I'm gonna get those. I had went to Walmart yesterday. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, and I didn't see them in the store. But I also didn't see the deodorant and walked past it twice. So Walmart keeps changing their stuff around. At least the one by my where I go to. Stuff is so expensive too. Maybe that's why I was not paying attention. Because the deodorant I use is Degree, and it used to be a twin pack for like $4. Now it's like $6, $7. Yeah, I know some of you are probably like, inflation, it happens, things go up. So does it have to go up that much though? Let's see. Oh, she had the price reduced. See, yeah. Of all the teeth he has lost, I only have two in my possession. But my friend told me, she was like, yeah, they disintegrate over time. I was like, what? I never knew that. Although teeth are bone, so I should have known that considering my background. And I don't have like a little baby book with hair locks and first pictures and stuff like that. I am not a good chronological person. Like I made it my a point. I was like, you will remember his first words because he will ask you what his first words were, like all kids do. Um, I don't remember his first word. Probably was da da, because he used to just say it da 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 like that. I think everybody probably. I think the duh sound is the easiest to make, unless you have a child that's speaking volumes. Um, But I would say his first real word is balloon and ball. Let me tell you, Target has me mad. I was yesterday stopped in by the optical to see if my glasses were in. No, an hour later I received a text. My kids are in my jewelry box. Oh yeah, see no. I don't have a jewelry box. I don't really wear jewelry. I only wear one piece of jewelry. And I don't even have that on today. Because when I wash dishes or clean up, I take it off because I don't want to bang it against anything. I do want to tell y'all something. I have a doctor's appointment coming up in March. I'm having extreme shoulder pain. So, not that's going to stop us from destroying any craft project that we set our mind to, just so you know. I may, I hope I don't have to have any type of physical surgery. Is this black? It's cool gray. It's black. That's too dark. Yeah, so my right shoulder seems like it keeps popping in and out. I don't have any torn anything or any type of nothing like that, but it hurts. And I just moved my arm a certain way. That's why I'm letting y'all know. I had left. Listen, I don't know if y'all have good insurance or not. I thought I had good insurance. Apparently not. I called my doctor's office to tell them that I needed to make an appointment to be seen. They said, we'll leave a message with the doctor so he can get back with you. I was like, what? This doesn't look brown to y'all because it's not, it's yellow. Thank you so much. I have bursitis. I have bilateral bursitis. But my right arm, this is a good arm. That's the arm I bowl with. I think that's what happened a long time ago. So I had stopped bowling for a while. And then last year, because of Chris, we had started going bowling again. And thus, I think I popped it. But I do have bone and joint issues anyway. So maybe it's not the bowling. The bowling just helped it get back to the pain. I went to physical therapy for a while for it. And got better. I also sleep on my side, and I tend to sleep on my right side. So that could be another reason. Another reason why. Yeah, no. We'll talk about that offline. I can't believe summer is right around the corner. I'm so happy. You don't realize how it feels not to have to get up and make a lunch or iron clothes to not get in the car and drive to school. Like, I love being a parent. I love that I've been blessed to have a child, that I'm being trusted to watch over this being. But it's the little things, right? Like, have you ever been somewhere and you're in the grocery line and someone says, and you have like two items, and the person in front of you has like 50,000, and they turn around and look, and it's like, oh, you could go ahead of me. You only have three items. That's how it feels to not have to go to school sometimes. And yesterday was President's Day, but we had school. We did not get that luxury because we were out of school a couple of weeks back on another day where everybody else was in school. Somebody must know what they're doing. No springtime here. A foot of snow? Where you at again, Sherry? I don't know about that. I mean, actually, you know what? I like snow, so I just don't want to shovel it, and I don't want the snow to take out my power. Hey, Pinky, how you doing? Welcome on in. And you know, the more you color something with the same marker, the darker it gets. And this paper is no stranger to abuse from me. The only thing is I need to not scratch a hole in it. I'm okay, yeah. Oh, 90 degrees tomorrow. Yeah. After I've been freezing my buns off for the last 2 weeks, seem like it. A little jelly about the 90 degree. Where are you? Texas. No, you can keep that right there. Don't bring that to where we stay. No, ma'am. Keep that right where you at, Sherry. Keep it. You can have it all. All of it. Now I was sitting here having a moment to myself in my head. I was like, ooh, do I want to get fancy and change these to different colors? And I was like, no, let's just pick a color and do this. See, you can't that's not how asking for stuff works. You can't negotiate that kind of nonsense. You're like, I want to have amazing kids that are perfect in every way. You're gonna get amazing kids, but they won't be perfect. Or you're gonna get perfect kids, but they won't be amazing, right? Like they ain't gonna want to brush their teeth, or they're gonna be smarter than you. But I apparently, that's a phase, right? Because at a certain point, you go back to being dumb. I guess in high school, maybe college, or even when you move out and you call your parent, and be like, "Uh, how you turn the microwave on again?" It's 7 degrees. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that, ma'am. But you'll be moving soon to another issue of weather. I won't talk about our power grid just because I don't like to discuss politics. I want to keep all my friends the way I envision you as perfect angels. Don't disclose that you're not. I play video games, and I used to play video games before I started crafting as much as I do. And I met a few people that were non-Americans, and apparently non-Americans seem to know everything about America and how the politics and stuff work. So this one person used to always kind of give us like the tongue lashing that I guess she felt like she wanted to give to the people that were in charge. And this one guy was like, "Yeah, we don't make the rules, so whatever." And I was like, "Oh, he had a perfect comeback." I kind of just disassociated myself with her because you don't know. You don't even live in a country. So that's how I feel about other people when they're talking about, "Oh, I love this person and this person's amazing and this person sucks or this person is horrible." because it's okay for us not to have the same views. I just don't want to hear what your views are, and I'm not going to share my views because that makes it weird. Wait a minute. You guys always have power grid issues. Yeah. After the storm moves out, it's supposed to be 30 minus 30. Oh my God. Ma'am, you call me crazy. Not a perfect angel. You are crazy. We really do, to be honest, y'all spread your stuff. Actually, no. If you don't live in the country, you can only see what you've read and then form your opinions, right? Because you know, as an outsider, not non-American, but as an outsider in anything, you're on the outside looking in, and you're like, "Oh, this is so much better. This they're great," or and then you get in to be inside, and you're like, "Oh, this is crap. Why didn't you tell me?" You know, it's like you didn't ask. You didn't ask why I always keep my arms covered in the fall or in the summer. Mosquitoes, you know, things like that. Just random basic things. I'll give you a prime example. My best friend and I had a disagreement about how I spoke to my mother. And she was like, "No, I'm not talking about having an opinion. I'm talking about knowing what's going on." Um, okay. And she told me that I shouldn't speak to my mother that way and that I need to be more respectful and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, "You don't know my life. You don't know what's going on. Mind your business, right?" And so it put a strain, it really did put a strain on our relationship. And then we went to visit my mom, and my friend had the lovely experience experiencing what I had experienced for 20 plus years at that time, I guess. And then she came to me crying, telling me that she was sorry, blah blah blah. I was like, you can't judge people based on how they talk to other people if you don't know the entire situation. It's not fair to that person that you're trying to tell, you know. Just like it's always interesting when you go to stores and you see some random stranger telling you not to hit your kid or to hit your kid. Sir, ma'am, go away. Go sit down and wait on whatever it is you're waiting on before I hit you. No, I wouldn't hit them. Maybe, maybe not. But I think people like to do a lot of sitting high and looking low, and that's not our responsibility. That's someone else's responsibility. A lot of judgment goes on for no reason. But anyway, enough of that. What are you all up to this week? What are you doing? I am doing nothing in particular. I think we didn't color this wrong, y'all. And by we, I mean me. Yeah, I think, well, it's okay. I always mind my own business. I always feel like you never know what that person exactly, exactly, exactly. Some people just can't keep that mindset though. And then some people just nosy and they don't know how to keep their noses out of anybody's business. I had this former coworker who used to tell everybody's business but never told hers. I was like, is she telling people that she's sleeping with somebody else's partner? No. Well, why you got in there to tell somebody else's business? Like, mind yours. And if you don't have any, get you some, you know? Like if you can't tell me every little detail about whatever you think you need to know about me, then you should just keep it to yourself. So I'm sitting here thinking how we gonna color this clock, y'all. Living La Vida Loca knows the people gonna get. Oh Lord. No, it's just easier to not. Now asking a question is different, right? Like I had told one of my mom friends something, and she was like, "May I ask why?" I was like, "Sure." You know how you have those, I wouldn't call them premonitions, but mental thoughts that something's gonna be messed up, and then it's messed up, and you really can't say I told you so. But Chris confirmed what I was thinking about something before, and I could definitely do without sending my kid to the petting zoo for the rodeo, you know. So we could go pet the horses ourselves and the cows and the pigs. But nonetheless, so my goal this week is to start work. So I have a new series coming up. I'm trying to figure out a little snazzy name for it. We're gonna be doing some 3D stuff, probably in April. Probably in April. And I'm trying to figure out if we're gonna keep it a year long or a certain amount of time, some months. I don't know. The lady, the lovely lady that I asked was like, do what she normally does, which is like, do you, boo? I'm just trying to see if I need to color this part right here in. I try to because I don't have a lot of quiet time in the afternoon. So a lot of the stuff I do in the daytime has to be thought out. Give me 1 second, please. Like right now, the big roommate is unlocking the door. Excuse me. All right, I'm back, y'all. I apologize about that. So I like to try to plan it out ahead of time, even if I don't get a chance to do everything. Um, at least I have thought about it. But I have a problem. I like to play video games, and video games are easier to use your brain power than creation. Creating, oh baby cakes. It takes your friend a little bit. And that's why I want to do a few things. I don't want to just do one thing. And I always want you all to, I wouldn't say be happy with what I'm doing because I can't make y'all happy. I sometimes I'm not happy. But I want you to feel, yes, Sherry, that part right there, ma'am, is very important. At least a day ahead of time. Sometimes it's 30 minutes ahead of time. Like usually I send Samara text messages, be like, what do you think? Like I'm frantic. She may not sense the franticness, but I'm like, please don't let her be asleep because she wakes up early for work. Um, so I'll send her a very crafty a message. What do you think about this? Is this dumb? Like because you really need, you know, they say it takes a village, right? And they're part of my tribe, my mental health help me don't freak out tribe. And then I'll send Chris like mom questions and messages. So, and then like Birch, who's in the chat, I send them listen, let's talk about this, y'all. Chris sent me this message the other day. Right. Let me see if I can pull it up without exposing any information. She sent me this text message and she was like, these things are $3. What did you say? $3? She said they were $3 at Target, and I said you should get them because that's a good deal. Oh, $6. I was like, you should get them because I feel like that's a good deal. Can y'all see? So this is the front. Oh, give me 1 second. And this is the back, right? So I said, oh, HEB. I said, buy them. I said, get them now. And that's a good deal. She's like, no, I'd rather have you make them and me buy them from you. And I'm like, it's gonna cost me more than $6 to make the things. They're very, very pretty, right? So I was like, you know what, for my friend and the girls, because I'm assuming that's what she wants them for, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna buy these bunnies and I'm gonna decapitate them and amputate them and take their bunny tails off, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I go to the Dollar Tree this morning, although I'm already behind schedule, right? So I go to the Dollar Tree this morning and they don't have not one bunny that's eligible for decapitation or amputation. Not one bunny. I said, well, shoot, let me see about these little dogs. No dogs. And I was like, well, shoot, let me see about this. They don't have the jars. They don't have anything. I'm assuming that their truck supply hasn't come in yet because Barry Craft has sent me a picture of some bone folders and they're not in stock yet either, but they had a whole bunch of boxes. They had listen, listen. It is graphic. I'm gonna cut. Listen, I don't have a stuffed animal right here, but look, we about to draw real quick. Pink Bay, turn your head. This is the bunny, right? His little body, his hands, and his little feet. In order to get it on this jar, look, in order to get this thing, I'm sorry. In order to get it on this jar, I'm gonna have to cut these arms off, restitch them, cut the head off, restitch it, cut the tail off, restitch it, and take some hot glue and glue it on. Like seriously. Anyway, y'all ain't gonna be laughing at my drawing. I told you to turn your dang head. You hard headed. All right, this little bird, we're gonna make it canary. Canary green apparently, because this is highlighter yellow. It's all good. This sounds really cute though. I will do it. I will do it. I just need to find the things. I didn't say anything about the drawing. Don't worry. You put LMAO. I can't draw. That's what, but I'm okay with not being able to draw. I'm so much better at so many other things. It took me a while to realize that I can't be good at everything. And I really don't want to be good at everything, y'all. Can you imagine upholding that standard on yourself? Like, you have to be amazing at every freaking thing you do. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, oh crap. I um I do have some things coming up. Oh, to turn your head. Yeah. Because you're an artist, so I don't want you to be like, "Oh Lord, look, I'm associating with this kind of craziness." Very Crafty not here either, which is good because she's an artist also. She my good Judy. So, has anyone besides Birch been to the Dollar Tree recently? So what y'all think? What y'all think of this image? I'll tell her. Yeah, it does take time. Let me tell. I'm gonna tell her right now and be like, Sherry said, "Get your gluteus maximus in here." I won't tell her that. I promise. But I want to talk to y'all about the. We're gonna do two projects. This was our first one. We got one more coming up, and then we may be able to get to another one. I don't want to. I was at our. Oh, you was at it 4 days ago. Good, good, good. So you great. Excuse me. I'm drinking some liquid right now. So ours was putting out. Yes, and that's what I was gonna say. They don't have any bunnies to disembody yet. So I'm gonna try to go to the Family Dollar today. No, not Family Dollar, Dollar General, and maybe the 99-cent store tomorrow to see. Because I was thinking that that would be cute to give the teachers, but I'm like, that's too much work for the teachers. And my son does not believe in, which is great. Before I go any further, hey Barry, Sherry said, "Get your booty in." No, she said, "Tell her we miss her." I'm so glad you showed up because this is something I learned from you. All right, so how to spend money. I got these recently from Dollar General. No, Family Dollar. So this is our first project. We will come back and see this later on, all of this later on. If y'all are curious to where I got this from, I got it out of a coloring book. It's called The World in Color. And these images are so delicious looking, and the messages behind them are even better. So, like this butterfly. I'm going to tell you right now, I want to do a wings and thing. Uh, ooh, I want to do a wings and thing series. I don't know what this is. Oh my goodness. Let's talk. So I went to Hobby Lobby last week for some tape, and what I'm about to show you, I really blame Barry Crafty for real because she is an enabler. And y'all lucky I can't find it, so I can't show it to you. What's going on with my life? I done lost all train of thought. Hold on, give me 3 seconds. Oh my goodness. Oh, I found them. No, I didn't. What is a memory, and why do I not have a good one? Is What's going on? Yeah, Barry Crafty is one of the few people that I can harass and be harassed back. Oh, it's underneath here. Lord help us. Help your friend, y'all. Help your friend. So anyway, this, right? These are stickers, shipping labels, right? You get 18. Unfortunately, at the Dollar Tree back in the day, what was it, Liz? 30? Was it 30 of them that you could get? 25? It was an astronomical um amount. Too good for the Dollar Tree. Just like they had those cute buttons and then they took all of the buttons. I'm salty about that because she liked buttons. I like buttons. Anyway, what I thought would be really cool to do is take out a few of my semi favorite stamps that I like a lot, and stamp an image on here and use them in some upcoming projects. Now, I know, first of all, I owe Samara a lot of stuff, and I appreciate her not judging me and being like, Brandy, what's going on with you? Um, I want to get all that crap out of the house because I got chastised today for being a hoarder from the big roommate. And y'all, I don't know how you feel about your significant other being right. I cannot let this man be right. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, my issue is I have, and don't feel bad for me for what I'm about to say, but I have mobility problems. So if I do a lot of stuff one day, I can't do anything else for the next couple of days, if that makes any sense. So my body starts to hurt really bad. I don't have like a fibromyalgia or anything like that. I just have bad joint problems. And he has a cure for that too, just so y'all know. Like he knows every freaking thing, yet he doesn't, if that makes any sense. And if you have a significant other, you probably understand what the heck I'm saying, right? Without saying it. So anyway, um, I have offered, no, you cannot come in my house and help me. I had pulled out a few stamps sets. I think this would be pretty. The thing is, these are not for me to color. These would be for the recipients to color. But this is a sticker, right? Great sticker. Look at this. Tell me this would not be a pretty image to put on your craft. And if you can color as good as these people, honey. Now, I want to use a girl real quick. A lady. This lady right here. We could even do this one. You know, I'm into flowers. I have off to help you. Just like the little roommate. Girl. Sherry. I listen. I don't want to ask you a whole bunch of questions about her, but a lot of people, did I just do that? A lot of people don't care for her. I from what I have of hers, I'm okay with. She had gotten in trouble for stealing, I guess you could say, uh, appropriating other people's intellectual properties, and the crafting community kind of ostracized her, which, you know, that's what we tend to do. We pass judgment on people. Yeah, 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 yeah. Some of the images that she had. What? How did that just happen? If I take this back to the store, the man gonna be like, "Ma'am, really? It's just a little dot." I'll be like, "I spent my money on this." Anyway, yeah. So yeah, she was ostracized. She came back. I'm not sure if she did a proper comeback or not, because it's a few people that are like, "You're a thief. You suck. You must die." And that's sad. Did she make a mistake? I don't know. Did I buy any of her new stuff? I haven't. Would I buy any of the other stuff? Already have. So I can't say I would never, because I already did before. I think the problem with a lot of things is give me some informed consent. Let me decide. Give me some informed consent, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to support your nonsense. I have Lily Sampson. I have a lot of I have a lot of her stuff, so um it is what it is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, you're more than welcome to try this out. This is not my original idea. I did pick this up off the streets of crafting, off these craft streets. And I think Bear Craft is the first person I saw do it. So give her just due. And this is from 2022. February 2022. We're going to use this lady right here. And I wanted to use these flowers, but we shall see. Husband is home for lunch. Be right back. Okay, Barry. Barry Crafty. I'm out in the dark on who she. Sheena Douglas. She used to be an artist for Crafter's Companion. She has her own line of products called Sheena. Okay. Okay. What's going on? Is that me? Bruh. It is something going on. Is it my fingers? Give me 1 second, y'all. It has to be me. That's all right. We'll fix this. I think. I hope. Let's see. That is so crazy. So Sheena Douglas is a yeah, I don't know what the heck. Sheena Douglas is a artist, a wonderful creator of stuff, and she was loved by the entire craft community until she got hit with copyright. I don't say infringement. From what I understand, she literally took an image, like photos of people, and turned them into stamps without consent. It's like it's spreading. Yes, Chris. And I don't know how or why. Is it on here? So a lot of her stuff, people stopped supporting her. People were writing, you know how we are as a society. We are the lynch mob. We will get the oh my goodness, what is that word? Pitchforks. We'll get the pitchforks and come after you for whatever reason. And that's what happened. They canceled her big time. I don't know what it is. It's some ink or something. Probably from another project. I got to get better about that. I probably laid it on something. That's okay. So that's who she is, Heather. Torches, pickaxes, probably a lot of hate mail. And so what happened is the images that are in question, it's a whole website about it. The images that are in question, they I don't think they offered any refunds. They may have offered refunds to people, but what they had done is they had to go Crafter's Companion went and asked permission for these people to have the images used. Now you would not know who these people were if someone didn't dig up the information, right? It wasn't like she stole your stamped image and made it. She took an actual picture of your baby and turned it into a stamped image. And a few people's like, well, this is not fair. No one wants their kids exposed to this. And I'm like, the kids don't look like the kids on the stamp. But again, I might not have been the right person to fully understand the whole concept behind it. But the UK people overseas tend to be a little bit more brutal in some ways and less in others. So in this instance, they were relentless. And it's this one particular person, well, maybe a few, but one of the people is like every time they would do something or post something, they would always go back and find the mistakes and post the videos of the mistakes. And I was like, you have, in my head, I was thinking this person has a lot of time on their hand to do this. But it is what it is. I have a lot of her stuff, and the reason why I don't use it is just because I have a lot of other junk as well, craft junk. So, um, and I used her. I think I used an embossing folder recently of hers. So, yeah, they had went and asked for permission. I think this is drying out, just so y'all know, because this look. Anyway, um, they had a website and they were showing all the pictures that she had copied and stuff like that. And then they had shown all the pictures that had given permission to be used. So I think that they kind of just severed ties. I'm probably sure they're still friends behind the scenes, but she doesn't do any presentations. She doesn't make anything for Crafters Campaign anymore, from my understanding. If she does, she has a pseudonym, which I'm not saying that she does. I don't particularly know. Y'all, we done messed up. Let's see. So yeah, it was a big deal. I want to say it was 2018, 2019. She knew. She definitely knew. Like, I would like to give her the benefit of the doubt, but she knew because she started back crafting again after all that kind of quote unquote blew over. And she was on Creating Craft, one of the UK channels. Um, Creating Craft something. And they recently combined last year or a year before last. And they asked her, like, what do you do? How are these not handmade, hand drawn? And she was like, they're hand drawn, but I just copy. And so he was like, what does that mean that you just copy? And so she was saying how she takes an image, which I've seen a lot of artists do this, not to be like, oh, she should, she's okay. But I've seen a lot of artists do what I'm about to, from what I understand, she said she did. Um, they'll take an image. Let's find a really pretty, awesome image. Um, and by that, I'm being sarcastic. So as an example, they'll take this image, right? These two images, and this is the for real artwork, and they'll scan it in and they'll trace over it and turn it into a art piece, if that makes sense. So she definitely, in my opinion, she from her explaining how she did it, she definitely knew that she was copying the work. Now, the thing is, it's like plagiarizing. Yeah, but she's not even there anymore. She has her own channel now. She only does a few. She only did like a series, and then she was gone. I think that in order to be at Crafters Campaign, it's just my opinion because I have a lot of their products. Crafters Campaign is a fast moving company. If you don't get on the bus, you're gonna get left. If that makes any sense. So if you don't get on the bus and you are not able to crank out these creations, maybe she had a contract for X amount of projects, but you will get left. They turn over very fast. Sharon Callis, another wonderful artist, is the person that's kind of been there, but she does flowers. She makes dyes. She does butterflies. Butterflies is a Crafter's Companion thing. What's the other person? Connie Fang. I think she did some images for Christmas. Um, the problem is, in my opinion, what the heck else is there really to create craft? Everyone's rehashing the same thing. Somebody did a haul video, Jessica Marvel, a Sizzix haul video, and I was driving and I was like, oh, well, let me see what this is about, because I like to be enabled. I don't just enable people, I love being enabled myself. and she did a dye haul. Now you all know I die cut, but I'm not a big dye cutter. I'm not into it. I believe that is their trademark, Sherry butterflies. I do believe it, and I support it wholeheartedly because I love me a good old monarch. Tell you that right now, um, and not in the royal sense. But she showed a Tim Holtz die. I promise you, it was circles, squares, ovals, lines, all kinds of random little tidbit of dyes, and it was a bunch of dyes. And she was like, this is what Jessica said. She said, I know it doesn't look like much now, but the projects that I saw made me want to get it. It's so pretty, blah, 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 blah. They're running out of stuff. And I think they're running out of stuff because they do so much all the time. Like, if you think about it, last year's craft stuff is not being used this year. No one's out here pulling out the craft supplies from 2021. If you don't have the latest stuff that came out this year, this month, 2 hours ago, last week, um, who are you? I mean, what do you matter? Why are you so important? You're not. No one cares. I remember Don H. Crates and I were talking about the snarky cats that they have for Christmas. What was it, a couple of years ago? They sold out. Like, they sold out because everybody bought them so quickly, right? Did I already press this down? I don't remember. Everybody bought them out, and so you couldn't even buy them from Simon Says Stamp, right? We're only gonna do three because this is hurting my arm a little bit. I haven't seen anybody. Well, what I'm saying is I haven't seen anybody really use them. I bought some because somebody sold them. They were selling them, so I bought them. I was like, yes, I finally get to get these stamps. And so what do they do, Tim? The marketing people, they'll make 20 images or something, right? 20 images. Then they come back and they break up those 20 images into 5 new releases. So now we got 5 new releases with 3 or 4 of the old things on there and words that say like be creative, don't fall, don't falter, things like that. Like, if you think about it, it's just rehashing a lot of stuff. Like, for Easter we're going to get a lot of bunny stamps, we're going to get a few religious stamps, we're going to get a lot of little bunny butts, we're going to get gnomes dressed as bunnies, we're going to all those things. And I'm not downplaying it, I'm not saying don't get your coin, I'm not saying any of that. It's just that if we stopped and slowed the pace down just a little bit, just a little, was able to maybe hang on to a collection for 2 months, 3 months versus every month, it would be better, right? We would. Oh, this is dry ink. I need to go to the store and get some ink. Thank you, Samara, again for this, because this ink has come in clutch, but I do need to go and replace that one. I just think that it's hard to maintain when we always want more, right? We want more, but they wouldn't make as much. You're right. They would not make as much money. I want to say some companies have a lunch every 2 weeks. And think about it. The brand new launches are over $50, right? Over $50. Next year, those lunches will be $10. So I tend to wait a lot for some things, and some things like I couldn't wait. I had to have it. I needed it right then. I wanted it. Like, because of freaking, she's not freaking, but she's amazing. Wondering Dreamer 5 for 5. I'm like, I really want to go to Joanne.com, Joanne Fabrics, and get the Hero Arts companion kit. Oh, you know what? I'm not on top of the trends either. Um, and I think that that would be very hard for me as a mom to try to be as trendy as some of the people that are trendy, because I would get so frustrated. I would be burnt out of all of it. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want that life. Like I was asking y'all last week, are y'all enjoying the stuff that you see? Are you enjoying it? Does this make, does this make you want to come back next Tuesday and hang out with me? Um, or no, like every week it won't be this, but I love this. I do love that. But anyway, you understand what I'm saying? Like, is the content okay? Should I change something? And I always think about that, like changing the formula. You know what happens when you change the formula, right? Either it goes great, it starts to not work so much, or people are like, oh, I don't like this new thing. Yeah. I would prefer, us hanging out. Like, I feel like you're sitting next to me, across from me, and you're over there cutting your paper or talking trash about the kids or the dog, or can you believe Joanne Fabric had a sale and I went to buy the bunnies and they didn't have any? I'm like, oh, I'll get them for you, girl. I saw him yesterday. I'll go there today after we leave here. That's how I always envision it. And that's why, I send people messages. I'm like, I trust that they trust me enough to want to receive the messages. But I was told, don't send me no enabler messages. So I don't send those anymore. I want you dancing in the table while cutting paper. Girl, you really want me to hurt myself. No. All right, so we did these. Yes, I like these. What do y'all think? This is cute. I like it. I'm biased. And you can still color on it. You can even freaking use this as a to from, because you can put your to and from right here. So that's really neat. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been told don't send me no enabler messages, Brandy. I don't want to cut you off or cut you, but I will if I have to. I'm like, yes, ma'am. Now, what did we do? I'm gonna have to clean my desk, but I want to finish these after we finish streaming. I forgot something. I don't know what's going on with this brain of mine. Here we go. I meant to show y'all something. I told y'all I went to not the craft store, Goodwill a couple of months ago, and I got a big. Thank y'all. Oh, I didn't draw her, but I agree she's a beautiful lady. I um I got a big shot for $5.99. I didn't get a chance to use it yet, but next week we're gonna be doing some die cutting. Maybe, maybe we'll do die cutting. Maybe we won't, because I know how much Samara loves that. Oh, what a butthead I am. Also, I want to use some of my Julie Nutting dolls on here as well. So we're gonna have to get with the program, Brandy, and make this happen. So I think we're gonna try blue, because why not? Blue is such a beautiful color. I'm gonna put this off to the side because the light is lighting in the wrong spot. But what we're gonna do? I think I can get two. Can I get two? No, cannot get two. Can I get two like this? Oh, yeah. See, I'm sitting here minding my business. I know. You real quiet. You okay? Like, I'm not trying to be funny now. I love it. It is from Hobby Lobby, I believe. I tried to tell the big roommate about the daggone Pope shortage. He was like, "They got plenty of trees." I was like, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to go sit down." Oh, lots of work. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I am glad that you're here listening to me talk trash about you, though. Okay. All right, y'all. I got some sad news about my die cutting days, though. Even though I am trying to be supportive of these die cutting things, they don't like me, and I may have to stop and go back to my scan and cut because this little thing act like it don't want to work either. And all I've been doing is putting the paper in there. Let's see, I'm crafting with you. Die cutting. Oh, nice. I love that. At the big roommate. Girl, yeah. He like all these trees. I'm like, that's not really how this works. He was like, well, how it worked then? How they make paper? I was like, get out of my face, please. Like, go away. Go away. I tell y'all, I don't know if we would get a lot of money for the sitcom that we have, but people be freaking laughing. They be like, they need to go to the doctor and get checked out for something. All right, so we can get, oh no, we can get a few. I think we can get four maybe. But I have some iridescent paper that apparently somebody didn't bring to the craft table. I ain't gonna tell you who that somebody is. It was your friend. And I'm only doing one sheet of paper and rolling it through. Now I know a lot of people don't like to die cut live because it takes away, but this is what we're doing because this is what we're doing, if that makes any sense. And so then I just turn it over, it cut through. Very good. All right. So we're gonna see what's going on right here. I'm gonna have to go on mute real quick, please. Now I do want to go on the record and say this mask, even though I'm using the wrong tools, gave me a hard time the first time I used it, and I didn't use it for a while because of that. And here we are back at that same issue. But I was like, you know, because of Fat Tuesday, right? Let's try this. I remember the first time I met someone that a coworker that was from Louisiana. They made a cake and it was like, if you cut it and you eat the baby. I was like, eat the baby? What? Look at this. Is this not gorgeous? Gorgeous, right? That's what people saying. This is so gorgeous. You're like, it's all right. That paper was made for that. Right? I love it. It's so cute. Very cute. So we could do we could do three of those. I don't know why they say gorgeous like that, but I was just like, please, no, don't do that. I need some yellow ink, y'all. Ouch, that hurt. Because I have some fruit stamps I want to color, stamp out. I'm gonna have to try it in gray, probably like a light gray. That was one of the best tips I received from Poet Spice. She was like, stamp it in gray. Because, even though I make YouTube videos, I still need guidance and help. And I still have tons of questions. I ask a lot of crazy stuff. Like, Bearcraft and I are friends, right? And I remember she had a birthday giveaway. You send in a fan and you may be putting a drawing, right? It is so pretty. Yes, it's difficult. It's a bit difficult, in my opinion. And she always cracks jokes on me because I wrote her a message. It was like, "Hey, I had asked her something. I can't remember what it is. If she's back before we stop streaming, I'll ask her what it was." She always cracks jokes on me because I asked her. I think it was like a measurement thing or something. I didn't know though. You know what I'm saying? Like I did not know. I don't know everything. I'm still learning. Still learning is all I'm saying. All right, good. These little eyes right here. I am not a good keeper of random stuff that falls out of the dies, but this would be cool to use. There's some peacock feathers maybe if you cut these dies up in different colors. And then of course we can use these edges. And this would be cute as like a little, never mind, I'm being silly now. Being silly. Silly, silly, silly. Boo boo doo 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 doo. Just want to try to grab one good piece and then can move on to the next thing. Spring break is right around the corner. Last year we didn't do anything because it was supposed to be a new outbreak. Not an outbreak, a different strand of the virus. And I really wanted to go to Florida. I love this. We're going to try a different color just to make sure it's not just this beautiful blue, but I'm sure that that's contributing to how amazing it is. This was $6, and I probably got it on sale, half off probably, because it says 2020, so I probably got it on sale. We're gonna go with gold. No, we're gonna go with this champagne gold right here. Okay. This blue is amazing. Blue is a very pretty color anyway. I'm biased, of course, because blue is one of my favorite colors. Not very good at showing my unbiased. The backing always comes off. It does. You know what? This is probably the same way. I'm trying to be as gentle as possible with it. So, do y'all have one craft item that you had to have? Like, had to have? You've had it in your stash for at least a year now. Uh-huh. And you don't use it. So this color is coming apart, just so you know. I guess I didn't finish whatever the curating the process of it. So blue definitely is better in that way. Just cutting it off camera real quick. What is it, Heather, though? I'm going to tell you mine. I just want to know. Not you, Sherry. I'm not sure I believe that. But I just want to know what it is because I'm going to tell you mine. I have a few to be, completely transparent. No way. Wow, not that. That's an investment. You have a CM350 or you have a DX? I'm gonna make you want to use. I'm gonna make you want to use your scan and cut. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna have. I'm gonna start doing my scan and cut videos again. You're gonna be like, "Oh, I didn't know I could do." Well, you probably know you can do it, but you're gonna be like, "Oh, I want to try this now." I love to get one of those. See, yeah. Oh, the DX. Oh, okay. I'm gonna run this through twice just because the paper is a little bit more resilient than the blue is, I guess you could say. I don't regret it, but it collects a lot of dust. I'm gonna tell you. Oh, I can't because it already came apart. I'm gonna tell you what mine is. Y'all ready? You ready? One of them, my favorite tool by far is the Impress. I love not cranking. Confession time. I have one, right. I got one because of the stupid train die. I don't really want to use it because the replacement pieces are expensive. The plates. That's why I like these little hand crank ones because these little folders are not that expensive. And I try to use the folders until they do this. But you see, we only ran this through three times and look at it. If I can find an alternative that wouldn't break the machine, I would definitely use it. So one of my biggest craft, oh my goodness, I gotta have it. I really want it because I'm doing all these junk journals, is the Tim Holtz ruler. I got the dang thing. I didn't like it. So it's just sitting in the craft space. I have mine for a couple of years and still on the original plates. Really? Oh, I'm gonna have to. You probably turn yours over, rotate, all that good stuff, huh? I've been trying to get better at that. I'm gonna have to try that. I always like to have at least more than one die cutting machine because I break mine so easily. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't look as good as the blue in my opinion. What y'all think? You can be honest. I may be biased, and I am okay with that. I think I bent of the metal shim first time out. I love it because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Break your equipment. Be like, dang it, I won't do that anymore. I think the blue looks better. Yeah. I think it looks pretty also in a more modest way. Yeah, it just looks, the blue looks more exotic. It's like, hey, look at me, I'm shining. Now, I would never layer two shiny pieces on top of each other because that's a waste of paper. But if you want to make this a little bit thicker, you can definitely do some cardstock behind it and make it look good. Make it look good. It's pretty. It's just not pretty enough. No, let me stop. Uh, do that one next. Now I think this is gonna look good in gold versus the blue, but we'll see. I think it, yeah. So yeah, my it's not a regret. It's just like really you bought this and you don't even use it. Is the Tim Holtz um ruler? You know, the one that's supposed to be able to show you half wherever you're at or whatever. I probably just need to go back and watch the demonstrations again and see. But that's one. Um, I had to have these stamps that the big roommate bought me for Christmas. I mean for Valentine's Day a couple of years back. They were photopolymer, did not use them properly. I haven't used them. But now that I have a secret weapon, we're going in with a different mindset. We're gonna be like, yeah, we cut paper, we stamp images, we do all of it. but that might be one. My cinch bought in 2012 and has only been used. I love my cinch. I don't regret it. I've used it a few times, but I feel like I could, like, could I could live without the Tim Holtz thing. Definitely could live without it. The scanning cut, no, ma'am. I was gonna bust that thing out the other day. Actually, I probably bust it out today or tomorrow because I need to do a few projects. And I like just being able to slap the paper on the cutting thing and just running it through. But you also have a different die cutting machine, a clothing stand. Hey Frosty, how you doing? I started the game crash. I was watching you. Yeah. I use that one as well. So this is a dress form, yeah. I like this. And we're doing a whole like ladies theme situation. So I need to do a few of these to work on my projects. See, very regal. Yeah. Are you gonna go back into it later on tonight or tomorrow? Yeah, the gold looks really cool. I think the gold looks better in this format versus that one. I do like it. It just, I don't know, the blue just seems to be more present than that one. It's so shiny. Yeah, shiny. Whenever people say shiny, I always think of the crab from isn't that a crab? Yeah, I think it's a crab. His big butt down there collecting all the shiny pieces. He beat the crap out of Maui, didn't he? If you've ever seen Moana, you know what I'm talking about. And she saved his self. Yeah, just running this through. You see now the, I don't know. Hello, hello. That folder look like it's been through heck and back. And we only cut out 5 pieces. That's so, Samara always says that I know I like die cutting. I used to love die cutting. I broke a machine. I broke 2 machines so far, I believe, cranking it through. Um, a few other machines have broken other things. I broke a die. I think that's why I like the scan and cut because you can get multiple die cut pieces out of it versus um come on thing. Come on. It's messing with my eyes now. It's stuck down good. All right, y'all. I have had an absolute wonderful, amazing time with y'all. We started off with this. See, it's kind of vintage. It goes with it. I broke my first big shot like that. Got a die stuck in it. Listen, the ball bearings, Sherry, fell out of the big shot. Okay. I contacted the company, and at first they was all like, "Yeah, we can help you." Blah 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 blah. Then they ghosted me. They was like, "Girl, you on your own." They didn't even say nothing. They just stopped writing. I was like, "Okay." So they left a bad taste in my mouth, right? This Gemini situation is leaving a bad taste in my mouth as well. I don't like when I invest my money in the company. Even if they can't replace it, just say, "Look, fool, you broke it. We can't help you." Don't ignore me, constantly trying to write you. So, yeah. So we didn't make this. We printed copied this and colored it in, and we're gonna probably fussy cut this out, and we'll put this somewhere else. For everything there is a time. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. And I just made two just in case we screwed this one up, which we did not, which is good. It's good to not mess things up. Then we used some Crafters Companion and Unity Stamp Company stamps, and we made the background in this image right here. I probably could have went in on the sides and got a little bit more, but I like this as is, and she's cute. If you want to, you could color her. If not, you could leave her as is, and you can mail her out. You can write the to and the from right here, back it up. And that is that. So I think 3 will be a good number. And then I love her. She's really, really, really pretty. We did some die cutting, and I'm, I'm fading, so I don't want to drag it on any more. But we did cut these out in this stunning blue. I am totally biased. If you did not know, blue is one of my favorite colors. And then we did it in this okay gold. No, this gold is really pretty. It's more of a, well, it looks champagne but now it's like a light gold. And then we got this gold. And then guess what? We got this, baby, these dress forms. But I'll probably do my favorite color craft and put these on here like that. And put this in the little situation that we're going to be working on another time. Blue is so pretty. I know, Frosty. Look at it. Blue, 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 blue. All right. I hope that you all have had a great time, enjoyed yourself, got a few laughs out, got a chance to chit chat with me. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.